She's 91 but looks 57. Her top anti-aging foods and longevity tips. Have you ever paused and asked yourself, is it really possible to feel beautiful, vibrant, and full of life? Well into your 80s or even 90s? If you've ever had that thought, you're not alone. And today, we have someone truly extraordinary to show us the answer. Her name is Carmen Dell'Orefice, and at 91 years old, she's still gracing magazine covers, walking into fashion shoots with elegance, and turning heads everywhere she goes. But what truly sets her apart isn't just her silver hair or striking cheekbones. It's her spirit, her resilience, and her unwavering belief that aging is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Carmen has been in the modeling industry for over 76 years. She was discovered at just 13 years old and became the youngest model ever to appear on the cover of Vogue at age 15. But what's more impressive than her resume is the way she's learned to live, with purpose, style, and grace. In this episode, we're diving into Carmen's 5 timeless secrets for staying youthful in body, mind, and soul. We'll explore her daily skincare rituals that keep her glowing, the simple, joyful way she approaches food, her gentle exercise habits that honor her body, the mindset practices that keep her centered and stress-free, and yes, her very honest and empowering take on love and intimacy in later life. This isn't just about beauty, this is about living well, no matter your age. So whether you're 60, 70, 80, or simply young at heart, this conversation is for you. Stay with us until the end, because Carmen's story might just change how you see yourself, and how you care for your body and soul. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the Lifewell Seniors channel, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our weekly insights on healthy aging, joyful living, and the beauty of growing wiser. And we'd love to hear from you. What does aging gracefully mean to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else today. Alright, let's begin. Here are Carmen Dell'Orefice's 5 secrets to a radiant, meaningful life at 91. Skin Deep, a lifetime of daily care. Let's begin with one of the most visible signs of aging, our skin. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and more delicate. Fine lines appear, sunspots settle in, and our natural glow may seem to fade. But what if we told you that glowing skin isn't just for the young, and that caring for your skin at any age can bring it back to life? That's exactly what Carmen Dell'Orefice teaches us. At 91, Carmen's skin is still soft, smooth, and radiant, something even women half her age would admire. But here's the surprising part. Her routine isn't complex or expensive. It's simple, consistent, and deeply personal. Let's explore exactly what she does, and how you can do it too. Step 1. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Carmen says her number 1 rule is to moisturize every single day, morning and night. She's not picky about brands. Sometimes it's a luxury cream, other times it's something basic from the drugstore. What matters to her is consistency. Here's how you can apply moisturizer effectively. Start with clean skin. Use a gentle cleanser, fragrance-free, non-drying. Lukewarm water is best. Avoid hot water, which can strip natural oils. Pat your skin dry, never rub, and while your skin is still slightly damp, apply a generous layer of moisturizer. Use upward strokes on your face and neck. Don't forget the chest area, which also shows signs of aging. Look for moisturizers with hyaluronic acid, ceramides, or glycerin, all ingredients that help your skin retain moisture. Carmen applies moisturizer not just to her face, but to her entire body, especially after bathing. It's a ritual, a way of saying, I'm still here, I still matter. Tip for viewers: keep a bottle of lotion beside your bed or near the sink to make it easier to stay consistent. Step 2. Sun protection is non-negotiable. Carmen never steps outside without applying sunscreen, and she encourages everyone to do the same, no matter their age or skin tone. Why? Because UV rays are the number 1 cause of premature skin aging. Wrinkles, dark spots, sagging, all of these are linked to years of unprotected sun exposure. A major study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine followed over 900 people for 4 years, and found that those who used broad-spectrum sunscreen daily experienced 24% less skin aging than those who used it occasionally. How to use sunscreen effectively. Choose a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher. Apply it every morning, even on cloudy days. Reapply if you're spending extended time outdoors, especially after sweating or washing your face. Don't forget easy-to-miss spots like your ears, neck, and the tops of your hands. Even if you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, starting now can still make a meaningful difference. Step 3. Give your skin time to breathe. Carmen avoids makeup whenever she's not working. Her reason? She wants her skin to breathe. Heavy or daily makeup use can clog pores, trap oils and sweat, and dull the natural texture of the skin. Over time, this can lead to irritation, breakouts, or just that tired, dry feeling. She recommends using makeup only when needed, and opting for lightweight, non-comedogenic formulas when you do. For everyday freshness, a touch of tinted moisturizer, a little lip balm, and some brow gel can go a long way. And don't forget, the most beautiful glow comes from healthy, hydrated skin, not from powder or foundation. Step 4. Know your skin, and adjust with age. As Carmen has aged, she's adjusted her skincare to fit her changing needs. That's a powerful lesson. What worked in your 40s may not work in your 70s. As hormones shift, hydration levels drop, and sensitivity increases, your routine needs to evolve too. Here's a simple daily skincare guide for mature skin. Morning. Gentle cleanser. Hydrating toner or mist, optional. Moisturizer with SPF 30+. Lip balm. Evening. Cleanser, especially if you've worn makeup or sunscreen, nourishing serum, vitamin C or peptides, if tolerated, rich night cream or face oil. Eye cream, optional and once or twice a week. Treat your skin to a gentle exfoliation. A soft washcloth and warm water is often enough. Over-exfoliation can cause more harm than good for older skin. A deeper meaning, skincare is self-respect. For Carmen, caring for her skin isn't about chasing youth. It's about showing respect for her body, honoring the skin that's carried her through nearly a century of life. She once said, "You can't look like me if you don't take care of yourself," and I don't mean just on the outside. There's something profoundly beautiful in that mindset. So now, we turn the question to you. What is one small way you take care of your skin, or your body, every day? Is there a lotion you love, a bedtime ritual that helps you feel calm? Share it with us in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else to begin their own routine. Coming up next, we're moving from skincare to the kitchen, and uncovering how Carmen's joyful, flexible relationship with food has helped her stay healthy, energized, and deeply satisfied well into her 90s. But before we go there, take a moment today. Look in the mirror, not to search for flaws, but to notice what's still shining. Because beauty, true beauty, has no expiration date. Food is nourishment, not a fight. Let's talk about food. Not as a diet. Not as a list of rules. But as something joyful, nourishing, and healing. At 91 years old, Carmen Dell'Orefice maintains a slim, graceful figure. But here's what might surprise you. She doesn't count calories, she doesn't follow a strict meal plan, and she certainly doesn't deprive herself. In fact, she loves food. She loves cooking. She even keeps her favorite comfort food, ice cream, in the freezer at all times. So what's her secret? Carmen's approach to eating is deeply intuitive. She eats to feel good. She chooses foods that give her energy, foods that support her digestion, and, most importantly, foods that she enjoys. That's a lesson many of us can learn from. Her morning ritual: start with simplicity. Every morning, Carmen begins her day with a glass of water and fresh lemon juice. This small habit helps replenish hydration, gently wake up the digestive system, and provide a burst of vitamin C. It's a ritual that takes less than a minute, but the effects can ripple throughout the day. Here's how you can make it part of your routine. Fill a glass with room temperature or warm water. Squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. Sip slowly, preferably before coffee or breakfast. This simple practice can aid digestion, improve skin clarity, and even support joint health, all important as we age. Embrace probiotics, the power of yogurt. Carmen also swears by probiotic yogurt. It's one of her staples, something she eats regularly to keep her gut happy and balanced. Why probiotics? Because as we grow older, our digestion tends to slow down. The balance of good bacteria in the gut can shift, leading to bloating, discomfort, or irregularity. Probiotic yogurt, especially those with live and active cultures, helps to restore that balance. It supports immune health, improves nutrient absorption, and contributes to a healthier, calmer belly. Try adding a small bowl of plain yogurt to your breakfast or afternoon snack. You can drizzle it with honey, add a few berries, or sprinkle in chia seeds for a boost of fiber. Cooking with creativity, make food work for you. Carmen doesn't force herself to eat foods she doesn't like. For instance, she said she doesn't enjoy watery, overcooked spinach, so she either eats it raw or sautés it quickly to her taste. The idea is simple: find your own way to prepare healthy foods in a way that brings you pleasure. She treats meals as a creative act, not a burden. And even in her 90s, she still enjoys the process of preparing food and trying new combinations. For older adults, cooking can also be a beautiful form of mindfulness. Chopping vegetables slowly. Stirring a pot with intention. Sitting down to eat without distractions. These moments nourish far more than just the body, they feed the soul. Honor your cravings, without guilt. One of the most touching things Carmen shares is her love for ice cream. She doesn't eat it every day, but she always keeps it in the freezer. It's her comfort. A small indulgence that gives her joy. She once said, "You'd think clothes would do it for me, but no, it's ice cream." What a powerful reminder that food is not just fuel, it's also emotional. It's okay to find comfort in something sweet. It's okay to enjoy food without turning it into a battleground. As long as we're eating with awareness, there is room for pleasure in our diets, at any age. Practical eating habits inspired by Carmen. If you're looking to adopt Carmen's style of intuitive, nourishing eating, here are a few gentle steps to consider. Drink water first thing in the morning, before anything else. Don't skip meals. Eat when you're hungry, and stop when you're satisfied. Enjoy probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kimchi, or miso. Keep it simple. You don't need complicated recipes. A few whole ingredients go a long way. Make peace with your cravings. Allow room for treats, but don't let them control you. A personal reflection, trusting your body again. Many of us have spent years, even decades, in a tug-of-war with food. Maybe you've tried dozens of diets. Maybe you've felt guilt after eating something off-plan. But Carmen's story invites us to let go of that struggle. She reminds us that aging is not about restriction, it's about nourishment. It's about listening to your body, trusting its signals, and giving it what it needs to thrive. So here's a question for you, and we'd love to see your answer in the comments. What's one food that brings you comfort and makes you feel alive? It could be a warm bowl of soup. A slice of your favorite bread. Or yes, even a scoop of ice cream. Whatever it is, share it with us. Your memory might bring someone else a smile today. In our next part, we're going to explore movement, not as a workout, but as a gentle, joyful conversation with your body. You'll learn how Carmen keeps moving every day with intention, flexibility, and grace. But before we go there, take a moment to honor your next meal. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or just a cup of tea, slow down. Taste it fully. And remember, you deserve to be nourished. Movement with intention, listening to the body. There's a common myth we often hear about aging, that movement becomes limited, that exercise is no longer worth the effort, or that it's too late to start. But Carmen Dell'Orefice would tell you otherwise. At 91 years old, Carmen still moves with strength, fluidity, and grace. She doesn't run marathons. She doesn't lift heavy weights. But she practices something far more powerful, intentional, mindful movement, every single day. And the best part? Her approach is gentle, sustainable, and entirely accessible, especially for older adults who want to stay mobile, energized, and connected to their bodies. Let's explore how Carmen keeps her body moving, and how you can create a movement routine that works for you. The foundation, daily walking. Carmen makes walking a daily practice. Just 30 minutes a day, often with a friend, or around her home when weather doesn't permit. It's not about speed or distance. It's about consistency and connection, to her body, to nature, and to her breath. Here's why walking matters, especially after the age of 60. It strengthens bones and joints. Improves cardiovascular health. Reduces excess body fat. Enhances mood and reduces anxiety. Increases muscle endurance and balance. And it doesn't require a gym membership or special equipment. Just a comfortable pair of shoes, and a willingness to begin. If walking outside isn't an option, try walking around your home. Even short laps down the hallway, done regularly, can have a meaningful impact. Tip for listeners, set a timer for 15 minutes after breakfast or lunch. Walk at your own pace. Put on some music or call a friend while you move. Make it enjoyable. Morning stretching, a conversation with the body. One of Carmen's most powerful routines happens before she even leaves her bed. Each morning, she performs a simple set of stretches and breathing exercises to gently wake up her body and check in with how she feels. She doesn't force anything. She listens. She asks, "How are my hips today? How do my knees feel? What do I need?" Her stretching includes rolling gently side to side to feel her hips and spine, bending her knees and raising her legs one at a time, reaching her arms overhead and gently circling her ankles and wrists, saying hello to each part of her body, as a form of gratitude and awareness. This practice isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's about reconnecting to yourself before the demands of the day begin. You can try it too. Before getting out of bed, take 5 minutes to stretch. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach up and breathe in deeply. Move slowly and notice how your body responds. Over time, you may find this becomes not just a habit, but a form of self-respect. The importance of hydration in movement. Carmen always keeps water by her bedside and drinks a full glass after stretching. She listens carefully to her body. If her throat feels dry or her eyes feel tired, it's a signal she needs more fluid. Proper hydration plays a major role in how we move. It keeps joints lubricated, supports muscle recovery, and prevents fatigue. Daily habit to adopt. Keep a water bottle or glass by your bed. Make it part of your morning ritual to hydrate as soon as you wake up. Your body will thank you. Indoor biking and jazz, movement meets joy. One of the most charming parts of Carmen's morning routine is what she does while the tea kettle boils. She sets her radio to play jazz and hops onto her indoor bike. She pedals gently, not for calorie burn, but for circulation, rhythm, and energy. This small habit reminds us that movement doesn't have to feel like exercise. It can be fun, musical, joyful. Whether it's dancing around the kitchen, gardening, or a few stretches in the hallway, the key is finding movement you enjoy and allowing it to evolve with your body's needs. Adaptability over rigidity. Carmen's secret is that she doesn't force a strict routine. If something doesn't feel right, she adjusts. If her body needs rest, she listens. She's flexible. She honors the signals her body gives her each day. That's an empowering message. Your routine should serve you, not the other way around. Maybe today you stretch for 10 minutes. Tomorrow, maybe you just breathe and rest. That's okay. What matters is that you stay in conversation with your body, gently, patiently, lovingly. A moment of reflection. Right now, wherever you are, take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your arms slowly overhead if you can. Exhale gently and feel what it's like to be present in your body. That small moment? That's a movement. And it counts. So, here's our question for today. What's your favorite way to move your body these days? Is it walking, stretching, gardening, dancing? Leave us a comment and let us know. Your story might inspire someone else to get up and move, too. In the next part of our journey, we're shifting inward, into the world of thought, emotion, and creative expression. We'll explore how Carmen cultivates peace of mind, manages stress, and keeps her spirit young through mindful living and meaningful hobbies. But for now, take a moment to honor your body, not for what it used to do, but for what it still allows you to do today. The power of presence, mindset, and creativity. As we age, the world often tells us to slow down, step aside, or quietly fade into the background. But Carmen Dell'Orefice has never subscribed to that idea, and perhaps that's one of her greatest strengths. Because while beauty may have brought her into the spotlight, it's her mindset, her sense of self, and her enduring curiosity about life that have kept her there. In this part of our conversation, we're stepping beyond the physical. We're looking inward, at how Carmen nurtures her mental clarity, emotional balance, and creative joy, day after day, decade after decade. And what she shows us is this: aging isn't about becoming less. It's about becoming more aware, more present, and more connected to who we truly are. Embracing the mind-body connection. Carmen has spoken openly about how important it is to maintain a strong relationship with her own mind. She believes that when her body feels good, her brain functions better, and vice versa. In moments of pain or anxiety, she doesn't panic. She breathes. She reflects. She gives herself time. She's learned how to override fear with presence, how to calm the nervous system by simply tuning in. Not by avoiding discomfort, but by facing it gently, breath by breath. This is something we can all practice, especially during times of stress or change. And it doesn't require anything more than a quiet space and a few moments of stillness. Try this simple breathing exercise. Sit comfortably. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 to 8 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Feel the difference? This small practice can ease anxiety, lower blood pressure, and help you return to yourself, no matter what life throws your way. Creative rituals that feed the soul. Carmen is also a deeply creative person. She loves photography. She enjoys sewing, a skill she inherited from her mother, who was a seamstress. These aren't just hobbies, They are lifelines, ways to express herself, to find beauty in the everyday, to feel connected to something greater. She once said that when she was young, she and her mother would make clothes together to earn money. They were poor, but that time, that work, gave her a sense of purpose. It taught her to build something with her hands. And even now, decades later, she still finds peace in those quiet, creative moments. Creativity doesn't fade with age. In fact, for many of us, it becomes even more meaningful as the years go by. Whether it's painting, baking, gardening, writing in a journal, or even arranging flowers, creative expression helps us process our emotions, strengthen memory, and bring joy into our daily lives. You don't have to be an artist to be creative. You just have to be willing to explore what brings you joy. So let me ask you, what's something creative that lights you up inside? Even if it's been years since you've picked up a paintbrush or sat down at a piano, what would it feel like to try again? Share it with us in the comments. You might inspire someone else to rediscover their creative spark. Staying curious, learning through life. Carmen never stops learning. She asks questions. She does her research. And when she steps into new environments, whether it's a photo shoot or a speaking engagement, she prepares. She believes that knowledge brings confidence, no matter your age. For those of us in our later years, that's an empowering thought. Whether you're reading a new book, taking a course, learning a new skill online, or just trying a new recipe, learning keeps your mind sharp, your heart open, and your days meaningful. It's never too late to be a student of life. The beauty of adaptability. Above all, Carmen's mindset is built on one essential principle: adaptability. She doesn't cling rigidly to routines or expectations. If something no longer feels right, she adjusts. If a habit isn't serving her, she lets it go. She gives herself grace, and that freedom allows her to keep moving forward, without fear. That's a lesson we can carry with us. Life changes. Bodies change. Circumstances change. But we can choose to adapt with compassion, rather than frustration. We can ask ourselves each morning, what does my body need today? What does my spirit need today? And then we can respond with love. A moment to reflect. Take a deep breath right now. Let it fill your chest gently, without force. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something purely because it brought you joy? Joy doesn't have to be grand or loud. Sometimes, it's found in a quiet corner, with a warm cup of tea, a favorite song, or a needle and thread in hand. So as we wrap up this section, we invite you to remember. You are still growing. You are still creating. You are still becoming. In our final chapter, we'll explore a part of life that many people shy away from talking about, but Carmen embraces it with openness and elegance: love, intimacy, and connection. And her perspective just might surprise you. But before we go there, take a moment today to feed your spirit, whether it's with music, a walk, a sketchbook, or simply a quiet breath. You deserve it. Love, intimacy, and a life well lived. There's one final area of life that Carmen Dell'Orefice speaks about with striking honesty and grace, one that many people shy away from as they age: love and intimacy. But not Carmen. When asked about her love life, even at 91, she doesn't hesitate. She smiles, lifts her chin, and says with quiet confidence, "Of course. Why would I give that up?" To her, intimacy is not something that belongs to the young. It is a lifelong right. A natural, beautiful, human expression, one that should evolve with us, not disappear. Keeping the flame alive, at any age. Carmen compares intimacy to a luxury car. She says, it's like maintaining a Rolls-Royce. You have to turn on the engine from time to time, so that when you want to drive it, it runs smoothly. It's a playful metaphor, but it holds deep truth. Our emotional and physical needs don't vanish with time. They shift, they soften, they deepen, but they're still there. And they deserve attention. Whether it's a loving touch, a meaningful conversation, or simply a moment of closeness with someone you trust, intimacy nourishes the soul. Carmen believes society often tells older adults to stop seeking connection. That intimacy no longer belongs to us. But she challenges that idea with every breath. She believes that we don't give up on intimacy, we just forget how much we still need it. And sometimes, the first step in reclaiming it is simply giving ourselves permission. Love in all its forms. Carmen also reminds us that love isn't only romantic. It can be found in friendship, in companionship, even in creative collaboration. She says, I don't have a set idea of what love should look like. I live out what is there, the dance of need, daily, weekly, yearly. To her, Love is fluid. It adapts to the rhythms of life. Sometimes it arrives in a whisper, sometimes as a wave. But always, it brings color to the soul. She also speaks about finding love in friendship, and even in herself. That's a powerful message, especially for those who may be living alone, or missing a partner. You are still worthy of love. You are still capable of intimacy. You are still beautifully alive. And love can come in so many ways, through a hand held, a letter written, a favorite memory shared. Less is more, accept love. One of Carmen's most touching quotes is this. Almost everything in life, less is more. Accept love. And perhaps that's the truest wisdom of all. Because at the end of the day, no matter how many routines we follow, no matter how well we care for our skin or stretch our legs, what stays with us most are the people we love. And the way we allow ourselves to be loved. So today, we invite you to pause and reflect. What does love look like in your life right now? It might be a lifelong marriage, a close friend, a grandchild, or simply a deep sense of connection with yourself. If you feel moved, share it with us in the comments. What has love taught you over the years? What does intimacy mean to you now? Your story may be just what someone else needs to hear. Closing message, with heartfelt gratitude. As we come to the close of this episode, let's take a moment to remember the 5 timeless lessons from Carmen Dell'Orefice, lessons that go far beyond fashion or fame. Care for your skin like it matters, because you matter. Eat to nourish, not to control. Move with intention, gently, daily, and joyfully. Keep your spirit alive with breath, creativity, and curiosity. And above all, stay open to love in every form. Carmen's story reminds us that beauty is not confined to youth. It's not about the absence of wrinkles or the number on a scale. It's about presence, grace, confidence, curiosity. It's about choosing to keep showing up for life, even in our 80s, 90s, and beyond. So if you're listening today and wondering, can I still shine? Let this be your reminder. You already are. And now, as we wrap up, I want to say thank you. Thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for being part of this community. Your presence, your thoughts, your stories, they matter deeply. If this episode spoke to your heart, please consider subscribing to the Lifewell Seniors channel. It helps us continue creating meaningful content for beautiful, vibrant lives like yours. Don't forget to like this video, leave us a comment, and share it with someone you care about. And until next time, be kind to your body, be gentle with your thoughts, and above all, never stop choosing life. We'll see you in the next episode.